football, the rush of the run,
I like football.
the roar of the crowd when a touchdown is made. While we all celebrate the one holding the ball, it takes a team to walk away with the win. So it is in the game of life. Trey says with this team, he's ready. Do you think that these things would have happened had it not been for this type of program?
Probably no.
That's Trey with his foster mom, Anne-Marie Small. The program we're talking about is Therapeutic Foster Care, or TFC.
It was a whole total different ball game.
Trey came into DFAC's custody when he was 5.
My teacher called DFACS and told her that my arm was burnt.
Since then, he has lived with relatives, a foster family, and in a group home. But between the abuse, bouncing around, and a mild intellectual disability, Trey didn't just need housing and love, he needed behavioral therapy.
So today we're going to talk about our anger warning signs.
Here, he gets both and more, because TFC, when done right, starts with a pretty basic question that doesn't seem to get asked often in our healthcare system. What does this child need? Everyone's together.
Everyone's coming to the home. At least 4 or 5 workers come in. We sit around the table.
And that's my dad that passed away.
Those in therapeutic foster care are generally teenagers with complicated diagnoses.
They may have autism and behavior issues, and also have mental health issues.
Sally Buchanan, the founder of Creative Community Services, says training is given to both the foster and biological parents if the plan is for the child to go back home.
You can't just say, here's your kiddo back. Now you should be able to take care of this child. That's not going to happen.
You've given them no new tools.
No new tools.
So you're just going to repeat the cycle. In the past 5 years, half of the children abandoned to the state's child welfare system were placed more than once. An abandoned 10-year-old diagnosed bipolar moved around 3 more times because either the caregiver couldn't cope or her behaviors were too much to manage. How important is that support team?
I don't think this program could succeed without them.
But the program is limited. Creative Community Services can only handle about 77 teenagers in state custody each year.
We probably get 4 referrals a week of kids that they are living in hotels, and it's because no one can serve them, but we don't have the resources to serve them.
You heard right, hotels with 24/7 staff supervision. In 2019, DFACS paid to hotel more than 600 children. The cost? Roughly $1,400 a day. That is nearly 4 times as expensive as a residential treatment facility and 5 times more expensive than TFC.
Money does not solve things. What solves things is the right amount of money plus the right service at the right time.
Georgia isn't alone. According to a national study, 2/3 of states have written a law or regulation to prohibit children from being abandoned for medical care. That's why Colorado is taking a different approach.
So my name is Stacy Davis, and I'm the program manager for the Children and Youth Mental Health Treatment Act.
Colorado lawmakers created a fund to help under and uninsured children access mental health services.
Families lacked the ability to pay out of pocket for these needed services, and the result was they were turning to child welfare.
In 2020, the program's annual report says caseworkers helped 185 children find and pay for mental health services. Of those discharged, 60% were no longer at imminent risk of being abandoned.
The number is small, but the impact, I hope, is huge.
Other states are using voluntary placements, basically access to intensive behavioral and mental health services without requiring a parent to give up custody.
This one was...
TFC is one example. This year, Georgia lawmakers did approve funding to expand TFC for children in state custody. But the former director of DFACS hopes they'll also use it to help children at risk of being abandoned.
If you have a cut, you may go to the urgent care, or you may just need a Band-Aid. We have been working to build, and still have a lot of work to do, to build a mental health system that has that range of options the way we do for physical health.
What's one thing for you?
While expansion of the program is a positive step, it is still an extreme option and raises the question, why? Why does a child have to leave their home to get good case management and care, to get that team?
Probably
Trey will never go back to live with his mom, but he is learning how to live independently. He has a job at McDonald's.
clean the lobby and take out trash.
It's a $25.
He is learning how to manage money and his anger. What do you think is the difference?
I get like more help that I needed.
His team has taught him how to catch the ball. Now he is ready for his touchdown.